everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Linda's Creative Boutique. I'm coming on today to show you how to watercolor an image without using a paintbrush. Okay, so if you can see this image right here that I stamped, it actually looks like I did a watercolor, like I freehanded this flower, but I didn't. I used a stamp and distress ink and water. And you may also need a heat tool, which is this here. Okay, or whichever kind you have. I have actually two heat tools, but I use this one when I'm doing like watercolor, or if I'm doing like gift baskets to do shrink wrap, because this one doesn't get real hot, but it gets hot enough to dry a surface and shrink wrap. So my other high power one, I use that one for my embossing, when I'm doing embossing powder. Okay, so let me show you how you can get this look and this watercolor look. Okay, first you're going to need, and I'm trying to find it, put my hand on it here, you're going to need some watercolor paper. Now this is some that I had in my stock, but you can use this kind. This is the Distress Watercolor cardstock by Tim Holtz, or any watercolor cardstock, but it definitely needs to be a cardstock, because paper, you know, paper is too thin and flimsy and your ink will go through. So you'll need some watercolor paper or cardstock. I'm not sure what the other companies call it, if they call it watercolor paper or watercolor. As long as it says watercolor, you can use water on it. Just know that your surface, you can use water on it. Okay, you're also going to need a mister. Now this is a mini mister that I have in my stash that I've had for years. And I also have this Ranger mister right here that you can use. You want something that's going to spray water out fine, because if it comes out too heavy, it's going to mess up your image. Okay, so you need something that's just going to put out a mist. Okay, so I have those two. You're also going to need your stamp blocks. Now I pulled out 4 different sizes, because I pulled out different stamps that I want to you know, do some watercolor with. And some we're just going to try, because I have not tried watercolor with them. So we're going to be kind of learning together with some of my stamps, and just to see if they work. Okay, and of course you're going to need your distress inks. Make sure it says distress ink, because with distress ink, it reacts to water. Okay, so say if I put water on this image, it's going to start to, this image is going to start to move. The ink is going to move, because it is a ink that moves with water. Okay, so you're going to need your distress ink. So a permanent ink would not work for your watercoloring. Okay, you're also going to need a mat. Now I have the Tim Holtz multimedia mat, mixed media mat. I can't remember what it's called, but it's by Tonic Studios, and it's Tim Holtz, and I've had this one for a while. They have a panel over here where you can do, like, you know, putting ink down or whatever, and then it's just glass, so everything just wipes off. If you don't have that, you can get like the what do they call these, like a Teflon mat. And this one I've had for a while. This is probably the first one that I purchased, and you can see it's kind of grungy. And I just taped this to a board, because I was using this for some other media, what do you call it, some other mediums, and so I needed a sturdy surface, so I taped it to the board. But normally it will come, let's see, let me see if I have one up here. I mean, if I have the box. Yeah, I still have the box from this one, and this is the one that I first purchased when I started crafting. And it says it's a craft sheet. Protect your work surface. It's reusable, multi-purpose, and heat resistant. Okay, so you would need something, you know, like this. I'm not sure if they sell these anymore, but I know there's another one out there that's like it. If not, you can find them on Amazon. This is like one that I think I bought this on Amazon, or either it came with something I purchased. But as long as it's like a Teflon sheet, you can use that. And you know, you just need something that you can wipe off, okay, because you're going to need that flexibility to be able to wipe off. Okay, let's see. Okay, the next thing is you're going to need to find a stamp of your choice. Now this is the image that I stamped, and I'm going to wipe the leaf off because I used it already, and I just have a baby wipe here that I use. And if you can see that, because the stamps are about the same size, I just put one on one side, one on the other side, you know, so that way you don't have to have, like, you know, different you know, different sizes. I mean, you don't have to have like two, you can just use one if you prefer to do that. Now you might want to use two stamping blocks. If so, then you'll put one on one and one on the other. But to save, you know, craft space or whatever on my desk, if they're the same size, I'll just put one on the front, one on the back. Okay, now I think I have covered everything. Okay, now this stamp right here that I used, it came from it's a clear stamp, and it's by Hampton Arts, and that has come off and stuck on the back of the paper here. But let me get these off of here. I'm not sure where they go. I'll figure that out later. But this is Hampton Arts, and I just pulled them off of here, and this is the cover sheet right here. So these are all the different images, and I figured I had stuck these in the wrong spots. Let me see if I can figure this out right quick. Oh, okay. Alright, well, I'll deal with it later because we need to get on with this video because I don't want it to be super long. But I do just want to show you some different ways that you can make that you can do watercolor stamping and make it look like you actually hand stamped it without using a paintbrush. Okay, so this one other thing I want to tell you. Now, when you get your watercolor cardstock, you're going to notice that one side is more textured. You can see the texture. It has texture. Then the other side is a little bit smoother. I like to stamp on this side because, you know, it's just I just like the smooth finish. Now, if you want to try something on the texture side, feel free to do so. Actually, let's do that. Let's do that because I've really never done like any type of watercolor stamping on the texture side because I wasn't sure if I'd like it or like the way it turns out. So let's do that. We're going to stamp this flower again. Let's see, and I'm just flipping that over, and let's see, we're going to do the flower first because we want to be able to line our stem up just under the flower. And I'm trying to see what color I want to stamp this flower. Let's see. Let's do this purple right here. This is the Dusty Concord. Let's try this. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're just going to stamp your image and make sure you get your ink on there. You can like hold it to the side and you can see if it's covered. Okay. So you're going to do that. Once you do that, you're going to take your image and make sure your paper is nowhere around. It's not, you know, so you don't, and that came off. We'll just do that later. And you want to kind of hold it back and spray it. Okay. So let's see here. Try not to put that in the water. Alright, and I'm just going to press it down here. And I got a watercolor flower. Okay, now, if you notice that you have like a lot of pooling, see where the water is pooling, you can take a paper towel, or you see I have the baby wipe, and just kind of dab it and bring up that extra water. Okay, and there's our image. It's I don't know, I don't particularly care for it, but that's it. Okay, now let's do the leaf and see what we get. I'm just gonna flip it over, make sure it's completely on my stamp block. Okay, and then we're going to use the Mold Lawn, and I'm just going to stamp it. Okay, and then I'm going to spray a little bit of water. And I'm going to line it up where I would like for it to go. I'm just going to stamp it here. And there's my image. Okay. And this, you can tell it's not a very good quality of ink because, I mean not ink, this is not a good quality stamp because it won't even stick to my my stamping block here. Keeps coming off. So you can kind of tell the quality of your stamps once you start using them, if they have a good, you know, what the quality is. And you can also like wipe them and clean them. Sometimes that'll help with the with it to stick, but if not, you'll know. Okay, so that's, I mean, I like this one better. I just like the smoother side better. The color even seems to be a little bit more vibrant than this side. If you look at even the stem, how it's lighter on this side and darker on that one. Okay. So, but I mean, if that's the look you're going for, go for it. But it looks like the ink kind of moved out. I don't know. I don't like it. See how it looks kind of like right there. Wait, right here where the ink, like it moved out of the, like it's trying to fall in these little dimples here. Okay, so that's one. Alright, so let's try another one. This one is, okay, this is one I ordered from AliExpress. You know what, since we already did a bud, let's not do a bud. Let's do something else. Let's see. Let's do this potted flower. Yeah, let's do the potted flower. Okay. I can pull it up here. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to pull out my larger block because this is a larger stamp. Okay. Let me line it up right. Okay, so is what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to do like multicolors. I'm going to make it look like it's like different color flowers. Okay, so let's go with the festive berries. Let's put maybe some yellow, which is the mustard seed, in there. Let me see, where is my, let me do, let's see here. Okay, I already got like a, okay, y'all, I thought I had more colors than this. Thought I had more of a variety. Okay, let's try the spice marmalade. Okay, and then let me find a, let's see. Okay, let's try this tea dye. Let's just see. I don't know. We're just trying some stuff out, okay? So is what we're going to do, because we want to try to get different colors in here. This sort of looks like a poinsettia. You know what? That's exactly what it is. Okay. So, alright, since it's a poinsettia, let's do this. We're going to do festive berries. And I'm just going to tap a little bit on, like, where I think the it's not going on right. So I'm just going to do this. So we're going to just put a little bit in here, because we know most of the flowers are like inside, okay? So we're going to do that, all right? And then we're going to put a little bit of, let's see, I want to do spice marmalade. Let's do a little bit of spiced marmalade on the outer flowers, okay? And you don't have to really worry about contaminating your stamp pads, because it's not gonna do much damage. I mean, it's not gonna do any damage to them unless you're actually just rubbing them together. Okay, let's try that. Okay, and then let's put a little bit of this let's see, a little bit of this rusty hinge down here where the stems are. Okay. All right. Let's try it. Let's see what we get. Okay. So I think my stamp is covered. From what I can tell, it's covered. Okay. And I'm going to put a little bit here. And you want to make sure you keep your stamp like this, because if you don't keep it like this, it's going to, what did I do with mine? I'll just use this. If you don't, your water's gonna, your ink is gonna run off. Okay. So here's my other card, and I'm using the smooth side. Okay, and I'm just gonna press it down. Let's go down here. And there we go. Isn't that beautiful? And I'm gonna do a little dabbing. Well, you know, I can do dabbing, or I can just use my heat tool. Okay, let's do the heat tool, because I just want to do a little bit of dabbing on this. And I hope the noise didn't disturb you too much. But look at that. We have a watercolored flower, and we did not have to use our brush or anything to, you know, to fill in the watercolor. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so I can actually make a card out of this. I can add a sentiment, and I can make a card out of this one as well. Just add whatever little sentiment or whatever I want on there, and put it on my card base, and I've got two cards made. Okay, let's do another one. Y'all want to do another one? Let's do another one. I like that image. I really like that image. Okay, I'm going to clean this off. Just wipe my stamp off a little bit here. And you really should like dry them before you put your sheet on. But sometimes I just take my hand and just get the water off. Alright, so wait, was this the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8? Oh, wait a minute. I said that came from AliExpress. Where did I get that from? No, this is a this is Inka Dinka Do stamp. Or did I pull it out of here? Okay, the other one. No, that's not that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I got that from, but I do remember saying that it was AliExpress, but it's not AliExpress. This is a Inka Dinka Do, and I probably bought this at either Joann's or Hobby Lobby, because they sell those. I'm not sure if Michael's sells Inka Dinka Do. They may, but I'm not sure. Okay, let's go with oh, this would be pretty. Let's go with this. Let's go with this. That'll be very pretty. Okay. And this is the way I started storing my stamps. So if you see the numbers and stuff, that's just my little system that I use to find what I'm looking for when I look at my stamp catalog. Okay, and I actually did a video on that on my last channel, and I'll redo it to show you all how I file my stamps and make them easy to find. Let me get a, hold on one moment, y'all. I'm looking for my, I have some, I had it over here. Hold on a minute. Let me see what I did with it. Oh, see, then they should be over here. Oh, there they are. Okay, so it's what I do. I don't buy paper towels because it can be expensive. I buy these, the shop towels that you can find in the automotive section. I usually get mine at Walmart. And you get 2 in a pack, like for a really good price, and you get a lot of them on there. So it's what I do. They last longer than paper towels. I know a lot of people use paper towels, but it's what I did. I took them and I cut them into squares, and I keep them in this little container right here. And so when I need one, because usually I don't need like a full towel, so I found it better to cut them and just put them in here and keep them in here. Okay, so that's just another little tip for you, you know, to help save you some money, because those things last a long time. They have so much on the roll than paper towels do. So I just go to the automotive section. I actually got to get some more because that's my last roll. Get me another baby wipe out, because that one's kind of soiled. Okay. Alright, so let's do this beautiful rose here. Okay, so let me find something to lay that on. Let's see. What color would you guys like for me to do this rose in? How about candied apple? Let's do candied apple. I'll tell you what, let's do one in candy apple and one in abandoned coral. Or do I want to use this color? Y'all, I'm just so all over the place right now. Because this is a pretty color too. This ripe persimmon. Okay, so let's go with that. Since roses are always mostly thought about in red, we're gonna go with something different. All right. So it's what I'm gonna do. My sponge, I can tell my ink pad is really moist. This is one I bought from Archivers. If any of you remember Archivers, when they were in business, they went out of business and they sold like all of their stuff like really cheap. Like this was $1.99. But when they were closing the business, they was just selling everything. So I picked this up there. Okay, so let me look at my flower and see where my petals are. Okay, so we're going to go up here with this color. Okay, and then we're going to come down, and again we're going to use the Mold Non green for the leaves, and I think I'm going to do the stem in the green as well. Okay, and let me see if I covered it all. It looks like I did. Okay, I'm going to go away from my paper and I'm going to spray it. And you don't want to put it like too close. You just want to hold it back a little bit. And I got this so I can dry this off when I've sprayed. And I should have had my paper ready, but I don't. And I can't pick it up. Okay, so here's my paper, my watercolor paper. And I'm going to put this one, I'm going to put it, let's see, because I'm thinking about using these on cards. So I'm trying to think of the best position. And I'm going to put it here. Sorry if I'm out of frame. And like I said, you can use your paper towel to dab, or you can use a wipe. Okay. Okay, now this right here didn't really give me a good watercolor look because I one moment, let me dry it a little bit. Pardon the noise. Because I didn't put a lot of water on it. Now is what I can do, and I think I can do this. Let me try it. I think I can mist it, and it'll cause the ink to move. And it is moving, but it's running, and I don't like that, okay? I mean, it's running. It's supposed to run, but I don't like that it's running out of the actual image. However, if you like that, go with it. Because it's handcrafting. We're handcrafting. And, you're not expecting things to be perfect when you're handcrafting. Okay, let's do that again. And this time I'm going to put a little bit more water on it. Okay. So let's try this again. And I'm going to do my leaves and my stems in this green. Okay. And then I'm going to use the persimmon is what it's called, I think, something like that. And I'm gonna do that. Okay, move my project out of the way, and this time I'm gonna do more water on it. Okay, all right, and then we're just gonna stamp this right next to this since it's not to my liking. Okay. Let me just do my heat tool on this one. Okay, and then I'm going to dab. I wanted some of the reason I put my heat tool on is because I wanted some of that pooling to kind of stay there a little bit. Okay, and here we go. Here we go. Not this one, but that one. And see how we get that watercolor look? And we didn't even use a brush. Now, most times, when you think about watercoloring, you think about stamping your image and then getting your brush and, putting the water where you want it. This technique, you don't have to do that. Okay. Now this flower right here, though I have this one over here, I can still use this if I choose to. I can always fussy cut it and cut it out and use it on a project, and not throw it away. Okay, there's always a way to salvage. Okay, I'm cleaning that one off, and let me just dry it here. All right, let's try another one. I want to do another one like that first one, like this one. Well, actually both of these are nice. I like both of these. Let's see. I'm going to put this back in here. Alright, put that up there. Let's see what else I have over here. I pulled out this one. I pulled out, oh, you know what might be pretty? This. Oh, that would be pretty. Let's try the, what do they call these? I can't remember what they call them. You can tell I've used this one quite a bit because it's stained. And I'm gonna, let's see if this will fit on this block. Oh yeah, that'll fit. That's good. Alright, so let's do this one. I think that's gonna be really pretty. And with this one, I wanna do want to do just multi-colors, like multi-colors. Let's see. I'm going to use this Wild Honey. Maybe the Carved Pumpkin. And the Abandoned Coral. And Rusty Hinge. Yeah, let's use those. And this time I'm going to do my stem in brown rather than, actually, let me do my stem. Let's see. And this brushed corduroy. Yeah, let's do that. All right. So here we go. Stamp my stem. You can see the ink going on there. Okay. And then we're going to do this Carved Pumpkin. And we're just going to do like a little bit there. Okay. Then we're going to do the Abandoned Coral. I'm going to put that here. You just can kind of, you know, play around with your stamps, you know, because, you know, your stamp pads, because you sometimes you don't know if a color's going to look, you know, if colors you mix are not going to look right. I'm going to put some of this mustard seed on here too. And the great thing about this is that, about this technique is that it kind of, it's really amazing how you just put stuff together, and then once you spray it and stamp it, it like looks really nice, and it's like, oh wow. Okay, did I get some right there? Put a little bit right there. If it's too much, I'll just dab it with my paper towel. All right, and so here we go. Let's stamp it. See if I can, if it's gonna fit. Okay, you know, I'm gonna have to stamp off the page, and you can do that. Like if you see, like you have stems or whatever and they're too long, you can always stamp off of the page. Okay, but make sure you're on a surface where you can wipe off. Okay, I'm gonna put that right there, kind of near the edge. Look at that. Oh, look at the colors. It looks like fall. And I'm just going to dab a little bit off, and then I'm going to use my heat tool. Look at this, guys. Oh, that will make a beautiful card. Oh my goodness. And then, you know, let me show you how you can get like a, let me show how you can get like a dauber. Let me see, where's my round one? Or the square one, either one. There's a round one. You can get like a dauber, which I'm going to use this one. But you can use the finger one. No, let me just use the finger one. I'll use the finger one, I think. Okay, but I have that, and I keep all of my, like all of my refills in a container like this. You can see I got little makeup brushes that I use in my crafting as well. But let me show you how you do this. Let's see. Put that back up there. I was trying to make sure this one wasn't used. These things are old. Like I've had them for a long time. They're supposed to be white. See how long I've had it? It's turned yellow. So you can take like your, where's my vintage photo? That's what I'm looking for. Like you can take your vintage photo, and then you're going to take your dauber and you're going to mash it on your ink pad just to get enough ink. You don't want it like flooded with ink, but just enough, you know, so you can barely see it. And then you can always go around. See how I'm just flicking? And see how it's giving it kind of a finished look? I don't know if you can see it good enough yet, but see that? And you can go all the way around. And just flick that color on there. And it will kind of help pull everything in. Not pull it in, but kind of pull things together. And see what a difference that made? Can y'all see that? It kind of frames it a little bit. So that's something else that you can do. Okay. All right. I'm not even sure how long I've been on here with this, but I'm going to do, let's do one more, and then we're going to wrap this video up. How about that? Okay. And I really hope I'm able to help you all with your brushless, I guess we'll call it brushless watercoloring or brushless stamping. And I'm trying to see if I want to, oh, this one's nice. Let me do this one. Well, you know what, I have 2 left. So maybe we'll do 2 more, okay? Let's see. Let's just see. Okay, so I'm going to use this right here. Do I? Do I? Okay, no, I'm not going to do that. Let's do this for sure. Okay, so it's what I'm gonna do here, and this stamp right here comes with the die, so you can cut your, and see the picture that they made, how they show how you can stamp your images out, and then they even have it where you can make it look like the water's in there and all that. But these come with the dies. So when you stamp the jar or the vase, you can actually cut them out. Okay, so let's do, oh, this is so pretty. Let's see, how am I going to do this? Alright, so is what I'll do first. Stamp my vase. If I can get it off of here. Okay, I'm going to stamp my vase. Try not to tear my... And see, some of these things are really hard to get off. I mean, it's like you feel like you're going to tear your stamp. But I never pull my stamp. I always pull the backing. Pull the backing away from your stamp. Because if you pull your stamp, you can, you know, you run the risk of breaking it. Alright. So, let's use, what did I do with my small one? Here it is. Let's use this. And I'm going to line it up. And I was trying to see if they included like the water line, but I don't see that. So I'm not exactly sure how they did that image. Okay, but we're just going to stamp our vase in, we want to do like a, I guess I want to do it like a water kind of color. So what I'm going to do is stamp my vase on here. I think. Is that what I want to do? No, I need to do my vase last. I need to do my vase last because if I stamp it now, I forgot I have to spray this with water. And if I do that now, it's going to mess up my vase. It's going to make my vase look like watercolor. And that's not the image I'm going for. Alright, so, alright, we're going to pull off the, gosh, these things are hard. Okay. So what I need to do is get an idea, make sure that's of where I want my vase to go. Okay, so let's say I put my vase right here. So I'm going to need to put my stems here. Okay, let's go like that. I'm going to put my stems here. Okay, and then I'm going to, so what I'm doing is setting it up how I want it to go. Okay, and then this is not sticking. This stamp, who is this by? I don't even know who this is by, what company this is by. It just says Practical Publishing. So this is probably an off-brand name because this stamp is not sticking. But anyway, so this is what it's going to look like, okay? And so I'm going to put my, let me see what flower I want to use. I'm going to use this one. Okay, and so it'll look like this. So what I'm going to do is stamp it a few times, I guess, to give it that. I'm trying to see. Alright, so what I'm going to do. Okay, I got an idea of what I'm going to do. Okay. Alright. So, just trying to see if there's anything else on there I could use. Let me pull this one. Maybe I'll do one like that and then one like... No, I'll just go with that. Okay. So y'all see how you know, you have to just kind of think about what you want to do and all that. Alright, so we're going to stamp the stem. And I'm going to do that in... I guess I'll do that in the green. What did I do with my mold on? There it is. Okay, so we're going to stamp. Alright. And so it's going to look like this. So I need to stamp it about right here. Okay. Alright, now, so that I got that done, now I'm going to do my flowers. Okay. Alright, I'm going to do one in, let's see. It's just so hard to kind of... Okay, I'm going to do one in the abandoned coral. Okay, and I'm going to stamp it here. Okay, and I'm going to do a little bit of dabbing. Okay, that didn't come out too good. And it looks like these stamps, I probably should have conditioned them first because, see that one sliding all around like that other one was. Because especially when you use stamps that aren't good quality, you usually have to condition them first. But let's try it again. Let me dry this off. Okay. And then, let's see, do I want to do the same color? I'm going to just go with the same color. I'm not going to mix colors. And then spray it. And then stamp this one over here. See, that one's a little bit more vibrant. But I had wiped the stamp off and then I okay. And I would try to go over that one, but I don't think I'm going to line it up right. So I better leave well enough alone. Okay, so that's that. And then it seems like I just want to do something else with this. Let's see. What about this? What if I put this bow on here? Let's see. You just have to kind of play with your... I don't think I'm going to do that. Maybe let me try something. Let me take this flower since it's a different... oh, you know what I can do with the leaf? Let me do the leaf. Here we go. Okay, where's my small? Okay, so let's see. Maybe if I put a couple leaves on here. Okay, here we go. I'm trying to see if I want to watercolor it or just use it as a regular stamp. I don't think I like this, but okay, I don't like that. I'm just playing around right now, but because I don't really like the way this one turned out, so I can't really use this on a project because I don't like the way that looks. But let's see. I'm trying to see if I want to try it again. This stamp right here. All right, let's take the leaf off. Try this again. Actually, did I have that? Yeah, I did. I had it right. Okay. All right. I'm going to go with this. And I think I'm going to go ahead and spray this. Okay. Then I'm going to dab. Okay, there's our stem. All right, and then I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna try this again. Take that off, dry this off. I'm gonna try this stamp again since I've used it once. It might be a little bit more, might work a little better. A little bit. Okay, so there's that one. We're gonna do it again, I guess. See, it looks like it's not getting much ink on there or something. I don't know. I'm not liking this stamp. See? I'm not liking this stamp. I think it's the quality of this stamp. It's just not a good It's just not a good stamp because it's not holding ink. And I don't know. So, this stamp right here might just, I'm sorry for that noise, y'all. This stamp right here might just be for, this stamp set might just be for stamping, not really watercoloring. Because it's not really holding the ink, and then I can always use it in my MISTI and, you know, keep inking it until I get the right image that I want. Just for regular stamping. But I don't really like it. So, and this is my first time using this stamp set, so you'll discover in your crafting that sometimes you will have stamps that just don't work because they're not good quality. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp this. I just want to try something out. So this is the vase. That's it. That's the vase with the just the regular ink on it. So I don't know. I don't like it. Yeah. So did I get everything on there except the vase? I didn't get the vase on here. Okay, so this set is going to probably just be a regular stamp, you know, to use with regular stamping. Okay, and I got one more, so we're going to do one more, and then I'm going to close this video. I'm going to wrap it up because I think you all have gotten the idea, you know, of how to watercolor without using a brush. Okay. Okay. I think this goes with this. Yeah. To cut the flowers out. Alright, so that's that one. And then I'm going to do one more. And then we're going to be finished. So let's try some leaves. Let's just do some random leaves. This is the one that I ordered from AliExpress. I may have picked this one up and then set it and then picked up another one. Okay, so we're going to do some green. And we're going to do like some fall-like color. So I'm going to do the green and the spice marmalade and the, let me try to squeeze lemonade. Or do I want to, no, let me do the fossil amber. Okay, so I'm going to take this leaf and I'm going to just stamp it in various places. So that I can get a fall leaf. Okay, I'm using these three colors. I'll move these out the way. And then the spice marmalade over on this side. Okay, I'm gonna just use this one just because I have it out. Okay, now I don't like that one. Okay, that's not the one I'm going to use because it's putting out too much water. So I need the, and this is probably going to be too wet, but we'll see when I stamp it. Okay, so there's a leaf. Yeah, it's too wet. But it doesn't look bad. Oh, it doesn't look bad. Okay. All right. Let's do it again with just a little water. Okay, so we're going to put a little, because I don't even see the, let's see. Okay, I'm going to spritz it. Did I get enough water on it? Uh-oh. I'm spraying water everywhere. Okay, let's try this one. Same thing. But I like it. It's like a lot of water, but I like it because it's still giving me that good watercolor. See? You're still getting that good watercolor look. Okay, now let's try one with some reds. Let me go with this one. It's a bit larger. Here's my towel. I can dry this off. Okay, this one I'm going to try with some of this candy apple red. Okay, and then I want to go with the carved pumpkin. Okay, and then we're going to do a little bit of I'm going to just leave those open because I'll be using those again. Let's go with some of this brushed concord, and it's a a brown. Okay, all right, here we go. Do my little spritz, and I just squirt it myself. And let's see what we get. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We're going to dab it to dry it some. Look at that, guys. Oh, isn't that beautiful? And look how it just left this piece right here like white, so it gives it a good contrast. Oh, I like that. I really like that. Okay, I'm going to do another one, but I'm going to do the I'm just going to do the carved pumpkin and the candied apple. Okay. These are nice. These are really nice. And I just like the way it leaves those little white portions in there, so it doesn't like do the whole thing. It doesn't cover the whole leaf. It leaves a part of it open, and I like that. Okay. Let's do this one. And I promise I'm going to be done this time. Okay, let's see. This time I'm going to use the fossiled amber. The fossiled amber and carved pumpkin. Okay, and then I want to put a little bit of the mold lawn. Yeah, a little bit of the mold lawn just down here on the bottom, and let's see what we get after I drop it. Look at that. Look at how pretty that is. Okay, so this wraps up our Mixed Media Monday. I just wanted to show you how to, how to come up with watercolor images without using a brush. So you don't necessarily like have to stamp your image and then get a brush, excuse me, and then get a brush to, you know, fill it in. There's a way you can do it, and this is how you do it. So thank you all for joining me. Don't have any other special announcements. So I will see you all in my next video. Take care of yourselves and be blessed. Bye.